So this morning we're going to make a quick video about repairing a leak at the foundation wall. So here's the start of things. It really makes people's water bill go up, and that's normally how they notice it. And when I get a little bit further along and get it exposed, get some more shots. And we have to use quiet voices because it's very early in the morning here in Georgia, and it's going to be super hot later, so we want to get a great early start. Okay, you guys, I think we got a good little start right here so you can really see what's happened. Very typical. The ditch line settled, and when it settled, it started pulling the pipe. Let's see if we can get a better shot. I don't know if you can tell right there, but that pipe is probably close to 45 degrees down. So when the ditch settled, it pulled the pipe down, and then the pipe splits right there at the wall. I'll try to get that uncovered a little bit better, and we'll actually get to see the split. And I would really like it if you could tell how much that line has settled. I'm not sure if you can or not. So another thing is, what we want to do here is when we start digging out mud, you know, we want to get the mud out and put fresh dirt in there to try to really tamp that down tight, and so it can't settle much anymore when we're done. I just want you guys to see the little hole right there. Of course, that is no pressure on the line, but that little hole right there is creating the water bill to go up, and all the stress of that pipe pulling down, you know, it just eventually gave out. The pipe gave out. So here's another shot of the pipe. So what we're going to try and do is cut that back far enough, and I'll try to hopefully have it dug out far enough where we can actually pull the line up and take some of that bend out of that. Next, we have got the line cut really close to the wall, and then we're going to go inside the basement and cut it and try to get the old line out of the wall. Next thing we're going to do is try to get this cut in here and then pull the line out of the wall. So here is another little part of the puzzle. They'll normally take those sleeves and fill them full of concrete. So that is a little time consuming to try to get all that concrete out of the sleeve. So don't be surprised if you run across that also. I almost forgot to mention, as soon as I get the line cut, I like to throw something over the end of it so nothing gets down in the line. That is very important because dirt falls in there, and when you're knocking the concrete out of the hole, it can come through the other side. So always get your line covered up. So the next thing we're going to do is straighten out a little piece of copper off of the roll. This is soft copper. It's always nice to go through the wall with that. It's very pliable. So it's a much better product to go through the wall with than any type of plastic or hard copper, because that also does not bend, and when it starts to settle a little bit, it will shear right off. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and wrap that piece of copper with some pipe sleeve, because technically you're not supposed to let copper touch concrete, because it will eventually eat through it. So this is how we wrap our sleeving. We just spiral it around there so it is a super thick, and when you push it through the hole, you're not going to rub a little scar in it. Okay, you guys, we're ready to turn the water back on, and if possible, I like to hang a bucket on the front hose bib and open it up. So that's the first place the water blows through, just in case a little bit of dirt got in the line. It'll go right into the front spigot and nowhere else. Okay, you guys, here's a picture of the outside patch. Here's the inside patch, and you can see we got copper going all the way through the wall, all solid copper back to the system. We are down to the very final part of the puzzle, and that's getting it back filled. I've sleeved the transition joint right there with some sleeving and taped it down where it can't go anywhere. And the next thing we're going to do is throw that play sand in around the line, because we have lots of things like that in the dirt, bricks, rocks, and anything hard like that is really going to cause damage to the pipe if it gets backfilled and that stuff gets right up on the pipe. It will definitely rub a hole in it over time. That is super typical. thing that happens. Okay, you guys, this is it. Just time for the backfilling now. Everything's lined in sand. So now we have to put about a ton of dirt back in the ditch and we will be all done.